Previously on WeWanderlustCo, we took the Shinkansen from Osaka to Hiroshima, where we visited one of the most beautiful Japanese gardens we've ever seen, got a glimpse of the Hiroshima Castle, and ended our evening visiting the Peace Memorial Park. Today we take the JR ferry to one of Japan's most scenic places, Miyajima Island, known for its delicious foods, nature, and the cute but cheeky deer.
Okay. Oh, right. Oh, getting a little aggressive. Hey, don't do it. Good morning.
Yeah, this is day 2 from Hiroshima.
And today we are making a day trip over to Miyajima Island.
Yeah.
It is one of the 3 most scenic places in Japan.
We just took the JR train over. We're gonna pay the 100 yen tourist tax to go over to the island. And then should take the ferry over, which is supposed to be a 10-minute ferry ride. So
I'm so excited for those 10 minutes.
yeah, it might go by fast. They say it is a scenic view of the Torii Gate, which is possibly the attraction. Let's check it out.
That's right. This is going to be our beautiful ride for the next 10 minutes over to Miyajima Island. Let's go.
Hey, how about the cars coming off it?
Oh, it was so cool. So apparently you can transport your vehicles to and from the island, so you can drive around, I guess, if you like. It's cool. We're finally on board and we can see the famous Torii Gate right off in the distance.
Yeah, you can see it from there. Yeah.
And I think it's high tide right now, so you don't see like a whole bunch of land.
No. The tide changes almost every hour. So we're gonna catch the high tide around 2 o'clock. And then low tide happens at 8 p.m. or something like that. So we might miss the low tide, but hey, which makes the Torii Gate look like it's floating on water. Alright guys, welcome to Miyajima Island. So Miyajima Island is also known as an island of worship by the locals, and also it houses the highest mountain on the island, which is called Mount Missing.
Yeah, but Miyajima is not only popular for that, it's also popular for fresh oysters and wild deer, which we've been greeted by as soon as we came out the terminal. That is so cool. Like, there were so many deer in contrast to Nara.
Yeah.
So many deer, and like they were running away from people.
Yeah.
These seem like they're kind of friendly.
Yeah.
Maybe because you can feed them.
Yeah.
Let's go play with them. Maybe. It's so nice to just be able to take a selfie with them.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a nice introduction to the park. So Miyajima sits at a national park.
yes.
Yeah, it's a nice introduction with the deer welcoming you as you get off the ferry.
Yeah, and it seems like most of them are congregated over to the front.
Yeah.
And we're just walking over. I don't see any like out here on the sides, but maybe we'll find some more deep in the forest. Yeah, and
We'll see,
they say like the forest is like so green. It's like so dark green. Like
Yeah.
even on sunny days,
It may be dark. Yeah.
it holds its darkness.
Yeah.
And that people like feel a spiritual feeling when they come here and they're walking.
Yes.
So we see there's lots of stalls and restaurants and shops selling oysters and of course the maple leaf cakes.
Yes.
I have a
We
fun
should
story
be
for you
trying that.
guys when we hopefully get the maple leaf cake, but I'll save that for later.
Go inside the restaurant.
Smells food because you're not allowed to feed the deer here. So
As compared to
I feel like maybe the locals feed them. I'm not sure what, but we're not allowed to feed them. So we were so excited to try their curry bread, especially the oyster curry bread, but apparently they ran out.
I guess we'll come back after the hike.
Hopefully they have some fresh ones made after our hike, post hike.
But it's highly recommended to try out the oyster. Yeah.
One out. Do you have it? The oyster curry?
お二人。はい、ありがとうございます。
We thought they didn't have it, but
Yeah, but they have. It's nice and piping. I would say hot. Wow, this is the oyster curry bread. It's supposed to be full of oysters, and the curry we asked, it's not pork derived or anything, or the bread. There's like no pork in here, so we're very happy about that, and so excited to try our first snack here. Oh my goodness!
let's go sit by the
Actually, yes.
seaside.
Seaside.
Nice. Curry bread for anybody? So guys, as we were getting off the ferry terminal, there was an automated announcement, something about beaks and claws and them attacking you from the back, so be careful. And yeah, it's actually the falcons. So the falcons are kind of searching for food, so if you happen to have any food, try to hide them away because they'll attack you from the back.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, not my oyster curry bread.
Hello?
Sorry. Bye-bye.
I couldn't make out what claws and beaks were because I was like, the deers don't have claws and beaks. They're not gonna attack you from the back. But yeah, it's actually falcons. So yeah.
All right.
I guess that deer wants some food.
Actually, coffee.
Really?
Yeah, they're about to like. I think they have coffee in those cups.
On
But
that note.
on food note, we are so excited to try this fresh oyster curry bread. I've been looking at photos online for like the past 2 weeks, and I'm like, I want to try some oyster. Like, I'm not really keen on trying fresh oysters, but like oysters, like deep fried, why not? The bread outside is like fresh and super light. So I think I'm just gonna bite into it. I don't know what to expect inside. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I can't give you my food. This is like probably the first and the last curry bread that I've maybe eaten.
Sorry.
I feel so bad. We don't have like the proper deer food.
Yeah.
I don't think they're supposed to be eating processed foods anyway. So, as I was saying, the oyster is thick, juicy, and delicious. Yeah, it's not chewy at all. And the curry, it kind of reminds me of like the Japanese curry that we've been having at Koko Ichibanya. It has turmeric in it, like some cloves. It's not overly spicy. It's just right, well balanced, and it's filled with like curry sauce and then the oysters.
We found a beautiful spot next to the water. Tour gate right in front of us. This thing weighs almost 400 tons and it's supposedly standing on by itself. There is no
Foundation,
yeah.
self-supported.
Yeah, and they actually did some renovation back from 2019 into December 2022. So glad there's no scaffolding blocking the view or anything like that. It's perfect as it is right now.
Scratches? I can scratch you. I can scratch you. Don't eat it. Don't eat this. Oh. I'm gonna take this with me. I feel so bad.
I saw the jelly beans in my hands, but I'm a sour type of guy with sour beans.
You wanna show them again?
I don't know if I want to show them.
I think it knows the sound.
Yeah, it knows the sound.
It does that. Oh. Yummies.
Oh. So cute.
It's super cute.
Yeah. Got the magical jelly beans.
We are standing right in front of the Itsukushima shrine. It's a Shinto shrine that dates back all the way to 6th century. That is super old, and it's sort of sitting right
at the foot of Mount Misen. It is so beautiful. There are many different halls. There's a main hall, prayer hall. We can see lots of people kind of going up, giving their respects, and then kind of taking photos right in the center, maybe that aligns with the torii gate. But yeah, it's so beautiful out here. The site is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it also appears to be floating just like the torii gate does when the tides are high, so that's pretty cool to see. It's really nice. We are going to try some more oyster. This time they're grilled. And they're in shell, which is quite interesting. One order of grilled oysters, you get 2 and 500. We have soy sauce and vinegar or citrus juice. This is straight soy sauce. And we have lemon sauce. Okay. All right, why not? Why not? Let's go try our oysters.
Oysters kind of look small.
Yeah, so like for 500 yen, I'm not sure. I think they're sort of expensive.
But at least you get 2 pieces instead of just
we're
one.
just gonna try
Yeah,
it.
we have a little deer.
Sorry.
It's okay, it's okay.
It's okay, I don't have it. But it's okay, he means no. Okay, all right. Oh, getting a little aggressive. Getting a little aggressive. Hey, don't do it. Oh my God. Man, his head is pretty strong.
Yeah, it was trying to get up in here with for the oysters.
Don't mess with it. All right, so let's go. Let's at least take a bite. Piping hot. They're grilled. Hopefully it has that smokiness from the grilling.
Yeah.
Let's see. But as you can see, this literally is a one-biter.
Yeah.
But we're going to share. Quite good.
Yeah?
It tastes like the ocean.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, tastes like the ocean. It's nice and clean, fresh,
Yeah.
not chewy at all. Like it's nice and soft. So I think you'll like that. We're done. We drop it back off where we took it from. Okay.
This is specialty coffee and vanilla. Look at the swirl. It's like double tone. Yeah. I've never had it. We saw it.
We have to get it.
This is our first ice cream in Japan. Give us your first impression.
I'm sniffing ice cream because I wanted to see if it smelled like coffee, and it does. So it says it's a combo of specialty coffee and vanilla ice cream, which is so interesting. This is gonna be our first time, and just let's take a moment to appreciate the beautiful brown cone,
Yeah.
and then the beautiful swirls of like the beige
Yeah.
and
Looks so
white.
nice.
So pretty. Okay,
Alright.
let's try. Sweet, soft, and creamy.
Yeah.
You can taste the vanilla ice cream, but even more so, you can taste the coffee,
Oh, nice.
which I'm happy about because we need some energy. Super. So this beautiful 5-story pagoda sits at about 30 meters tall. It's a beautiful blend of Chinese and I think Japanese architecture.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can actually kind of see it, like we saw it from down there.
Down there, yeah.
You can also see it from like
Mount.
Misen, Mount Misen. And then also, I think when you're like coming on the boat, we actually saw it on
Get
the
a
ferry.
glimpse of it, yeah.
It's so beautiful. And it was actually built in 1407.
Long time ago.
Yeah, and I see like a lot of like trees that don't have any more leaves. So supposedly they're like surrounded by different types of trees,
Yeah.
like what is that?
Ginkgo, the
Yeah.
ginkgo tree.
The ginkgo trees. We have some maple trees and maybe even cherry blossoms because
Most likely,
those
yes.
are like barren right now. They're bare.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it looks so nice, and
Amazing.
it's actually said to be one of the most photographed places in all of Miyajima. So that is so nice. And we're here. You actually can pay to go up inside and maybe pray and show your respect. But then we're actually going to bypass that. We're just going to go around the grounds and just explore.
Amazing.
Oh, so tell them about the tree.
I didn't even notice it until later.
Wow, so big.
Yeah.
So big and probably so heavy that they have to put beams to support it.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
It's okay. Wow.
We finally got our maple leaf cake. It is called Momiji Manju, and you can't come to Miyajima and not have this maple cake. I told you guys earlier that there's a interesting story behind this. The first prime minister at the time used to come here, pay a visit to Miyajima a whole lot, and he used to come to the Japanese inns, which are called ryokans, and he saw a beautiful girl's hands who was serving him. So he thought her hands were so pretty that he wanted to eat them. They look like maple leaves. So there's a baker in Hiroshima who overheard this, and he was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna bake some maple leaf cakes. So here we are today with the Momiji Manju. Finally, we got the custard one, and they have like 4 different flavors. They have custard, chocolate, sweet red bean paste, as well as matcha cream. But we just went with what we think would taste good. I got the custard one. Let's try and see how it is. Ooh. Oh, smells so good. It's like Castella cakes filled with like custard cream. The custard cream is almost like custard pudding. It's pretty thick. Yeah, it's almost like custard pudding. Not overly sweet, and it's nice and creamy, but I feel like I'm eating pudding that's been stuffed inside a sponge cake. It's good. Yeah. We had a lovely day here on Miyajima Island.
Amazing day. Yeah. To get to have seen one of the 3 most scenic places in Japan, would you say it holds true?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Especially because the torii gate stands so grand and beautiful right in the middle of water. In the water, it's just.
And actually, you could see the tide receding a little bit. You could see the algae. So yeah, we got to experience it in full tide. Yeah, I would just highly recommend checking the tide timetable. Just Google search it for Miyajima tide, and it'll let you know as to what time the tide is going to be, and just kind of plan your day around. Yeah, the fact that we get to see the mainland from here, the ferries going back and forth, it's just a peaceful scene to think that we're on a different island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
just
but
10 minutes away.
10 minutes away. So would highly recommend, if you guys do end up getting the JR Rail Pass, do fully utilize it. This is the only ferry you get to take
Yes.
ever on the pass. So yeah, we made the most out of it. If you guys could as well.
Right, and like, getting here was very easy and convenient and pretty affordable because the JR Pass covers our train ride from Hiroshima Station all the way to a different station closer to here, and then from there we just kind of came onto the ferry, which is free, but we only had to pay like 100 yen tourist tax, which you're gonna have to pay anyway. Yeah, but so good. Yeah. Tomorrow's gonna be a travel day. We're gonna be going to the most southern point of our trip, not the actual southern point of Japan, but the most south we'll go on our trip. But yeah, we'll catch you guys in that next video. But remember, wherever we go, don't forget to wander.
Catch you guys in the next video.
Bye!
Next on WeWanderlustCo.
The checkout time of Japanese hotels is way too early for us.
Oh my goodness.
You got Santa early!
And here's the Santa with the big belly too.